You told her what?
What I did to Mom and Paige.
You told her that you killed them?
Yes.
Is that how you said it, or you said that they're dead, they're gone? Or you said, no, I killed Paige and Leslie, her mom and Paige, as you would say?
Yeah. Again, just 100% selfishness, because, I'm, trying to protect my family. But then on the other hand, I realize now that...
Oh, you killed your family?
Yeah, I killed my family, but my extended family and her family.
On the morning of November 16th, 2018, detectives arrived at a home for what seemed like a routine welfare check. But inside, they discovered a horrifying scene. 57-year-old Leslie was found dead, and her 15-year-old daughter, Paige, had been brutally stabbed 35 times. The severity of the attack shocked investigators. Adding to the concern, Leslie's husband, Paul Williams, was nowhere to be found. His absence immediately raised questions, and when he finally appeared, detectives brought him in for questioning. As the investigation unfolded, disturbing details emerged, painting a clearer picture of the events leading up to that tragic morning. What seemed like a tragic loss soon turned into a case filled with unexpected revelation.
Yeah, I'd say go ahead and go ahead and get this way.
It's still no problem.
All right, thanks. That's better than what I've seen so far.
It's still no problem.
As officers moved through the house, the sheer brutality of the scene came into focus. Blood was everywhere, smeared on the walls, pooling on the floors, staining furniture and personal belongings. The home, once a place of comfort, now bore the unmistakable marks of violence and chaos. Chairs were overturned, shattered glass crunched beneath their boots, and scattered items hinted at a desperate struggle. Room revealed more of the nightmare that had unfolded, evidence of a fight for survival, followed by a chilling stillness. This was not just a crime scene, it was the aftermath of something truly horrific. With Leslie and Paige found brutally murdered, all eyes turned to Paul Williams. His absence from the scene only fueled suspicion. For hours, no one knew where he was. Then, finally, he appeared. But by then, detectives had already made up their minds he needed to be questioned. Without hesitation, they escorted him to the police station, ready to uncover the truth behind what had happened inside that home.
You got the easier chair to deal with. They gave me the complicated chair. Okay, Paul. My name's Detective Parker. Work with the Sheriff's Office. You understand where you're at right now?
I do.
Okay, you're currently at the Alachua County Sheriff's Office. Do you understand why you're here?
I do.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I understand you worked for like Department of Forestry or something along those lines?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you do with them?
The trees and stuff like that.
Trees and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Is that kind of like the simple explanation for what you did? Like maybe something a little more than that, than just the trees and stuff like that? What specifically, like what would a day be like at the Department of Forestry? What would you do? Take me through it.
A day at the forestry would be incoherent.
Incoherent? What does that mean? You don't think I'd understand?
Yes, you do.
You lost track of all reality. Well, but I'm talking about your profession, what you do for a living. That's what I was asking you about.
At this point, the interrogation became a battle of perception. Was Paul Williams truly suffering from a mental breakdown, or was he carefully crafting a facade? The line between insanity and calculated deception blurred as detectives pushed for answers. Every word he spoke, every shift in his expression, held the potential to reveal the truth. Was he unraveling under the weight of his own guilt, or was he manipulating the situation to his advantage? The answer lay somewhere in the details, if only the investigators could piece it together.
Okay, as you sit here talking to me right now,
Yes, sir.
okay, are you under the influence of anything?
No.
Okay, no, it's like no medications, like prescribed or not prescribed.
Correct.
Okay, no alcohol.
No alcohol.
Okay, so is there anything you haven't taken anything which would affect your ability to remember things?
No.
Okay, but you're having a hard time remembering, like, how long you worked somewhere, where you worked specifically, things of that nature.
Correct.
Okay, why is that the case? It's okay to struggle, okay? We all struggle a little bit sometimes. It's a very human thing.
Yeah.
All right? Okay, so I'm not here to, like, pass judgment on you at all.
Right.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So, high school, Plant High.
Yeah.
What's the mascot for Plant High?
It is the Panthers.
Okay, so the Plant High Panthers. So this is many, many moons ago. You're able to recall that.
Yes.
Okay. You worked for forestry for many, many years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you working most recently with forestry?
I was working in Live Oak, Florida.
Okay. Okay, in Live Oak. And give me a typical day. What would go on up there?
It would be
And what would you use to cut down trees? Like big chainsaws, or like we talking about heavy equipment?
it would be heavy equipment.
Okay. So what would you operate?
I would operate the bulldozers.
Okay. Pretty fun stuff, right? Pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
like when we're kids, like we're always like playing with stuff like that. A lot of people want to grow up and be able to do that stuff. You got to do it,
Yes.
right? What's your date of birth?
February 9th, 1957.
February 9th, 1957. So you've been around a while. You've seen some things. You've lived through some things.
Yes.
Right. Everything's a lot different now than it was growing up, I'm sure, right? All the technology and things like that.
Yeah.
Even now we have cell phones at our disposal with like almost unlimited amounts of information, whereas before you'd have to go to the library, things like that, right?
You're right.
Okay. So, anything else you want to tell me about yourself?
I want to tell you that
Just saying it like in general, like where you worked, education-wise, anything about you personally. You got a lot of weight on you, right?
yes.
Okay. All right. So, before we get into that,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to read you some things from a card, okay? You need to acknowledge whether you understand or not, whether you need some clarification on some things I read to you, okay, because I want to make sure that we're on the same page, right? Okay, a lot of people sit in that chair that you're sitting in, okay? There's generally two types, all right? There's bad people that sit in that chair, okay? Follow me?
Yeah.
And then there's good people that make mistakes that sit in that chair,
Mm-hmm.
okay? I'm guessing you're the latter.
Yeah.
Okay, all right? So keep that in mind. You have the right to remain silent.
By presenting Paul Williams with a choice, was he a cold-blooded killer or simply someone who had made a terrible mistake? Detectives carefully steered the conversation. They wanted him to cling to the idea of a mistake, to believe there was room to explain himself. This tactic wasn't just about keeping him talking, it was about guiding him toward the truth, step by step, until he revealed what really happened.
So, why are we here?
We are here because the situation changed in my life, and I let the stress get out of control.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all get stress is a crazy thing, right? I mean, it can definitely weigh on you, make you do things you wouldn't normally do,
Right.
rob you of sleep, things like that. More specifically, what did the stress do to you?
The stress completely changed my thought pattern.
Okay. What kind of stress are we talking about?
We are talking about stress from all kinds of work-related issues.
Okay. At work? Professional, like work-related issues?
Yeah,
Are you still employed right now?
I am.
Okay. So elaborate on that. What do you mean by work-related issues?
The work-related issues are totally stress-related, and
We can talk in here. Okay.
okay,
All right.
yeah.
You can tell me what's weighing on you.
All right, what's weighing on me is that. Okay, so what I did is totally unbelievable, and I don't know why am I struggling right now, because I really I'm struggling right now because I didn't want to. Yes, sir.
You can tell me.
Okay. It came over me a while ago, and I guess you could say it was the most.
Tell me about your family.
My family is everything to me, and I'm going to.
Paul may truly believe, or desperately want to believe, that he still loves and misses his family. This could suggest a deep psychological denial, a way for his mind to shield him from the reality of his actions. There's a clear disconnect between what he did and how he sees himself. As a devoted family man, despite the horrifying events that led him here,
Miss them very much.
You said they're everything to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to miss them.
Yes.
What is it about them you're going to miss?
It is going to be, okay, so somewhere along the way, lost track of all reality, and then I did not think about my actions, and so all of these things that you're asking me, I do understand them, and
Tell me about your family.
Okay.
Just tell me about your family.
Okay, my family is awesome, and
Tell me what's awesome about them.
what's awesome about them is that my family is everything.
You're hurting right now,
Yeah, I'm hurting real bad.
and I'm not just talking about your hands.
Yeah.
Tell me why you're hurting.
I am hurting because I just started thinking about all of the stuff that I've done throughout my life, and then didn't realize that what I did would be so gravity restricting. So,
Gravity restricting.
yeah, so total selfishness, and
You said something right there. Selfish.
Yes.
Okay. So you feel what you did was selfish.
Yes.
Okay. You understand we all can be selfish sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get past that.
Okay.
Okay. I want to get past the selfish stuff. Okay. What's done, it happened. Okay.
Mhm.
We're working towards something else right now. Okay.
Yeah.
We're working on healing. Okay.
Mhm.
Part of it. Okay. When I say that is, we can agree that what happened. I think selfish is probably a pretty good adjective used to describe it.
Mhm.
And there's nothing we can do here right now. Sitting and we can't fix it. We don't have a time machine.
Yeah.
Okay. We can't go back and fix. However, okay. You said you miss your family.
Yes.
You said they're everything to you.
Yes.
But they're not your only family, are they? There's other family members out there, right?
There are.
What do you think those other family members are doing right now?
They are probably freaking out, wondering, what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
Okay. We're naturally curious beings. Would you think that they may want some answers?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's work on answers.
Okay.
Okay. Because your family's important to you, right?
Yes.
Okay. What are the answers?
The answers are that the answers that are important to me are, the critical, situations that happen all the time, and
Everything about Paul's behavior appears genuine. The confusion, the hesitation, the emotional pauses, it all feels too natural to be an act. And yet, no matter how convincing he seems at this moment, the undeniable truth remains. This is the same man who took his own daughter's life.
two.
Okay. You have two kids. What are their names?
Their names are Paige and Lindsay.
Okay. Tell me about Lindsay.
Lindsay is awesome, and I want her to have a wonderful life. Okay, and so I want to make sure that Lindsay is taken care of in every way.
Okay.
And that Leslie and Paige, and everybody else is, totally awesome, and that you are being very, very, very kind to me, and I appreciate that very much. And so. Right now,
What about Paige? Tell me about Paige. Tell me a little bit about her.
Paige was very awesome and special.
You said was very awesome.
Yeah.
Is she not awesome and special anymore?
No.
Why is she not awesome and special anymore?
Because I took her life.
You took her life.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I did that because I, was not thinking clearly.
What do you mean by not thinking?
I guess the situation is totally changed, and that I'm getting it. I'm getting it right now. Is that the situation is totally totally bad news, and that
Well, yeah, I mean, we can agree that it's not good. Okay.
yeah.
Do you think you're a bad person?
Um,
Just from what I know, I've heard about you. How long were you married?
so I was married for
A long time.
30 years. Yeah.
Most people don't make it that long.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long did you work for?
I worked for a long time.
Okay. Most people don't work that long. See what I'm saying? See what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, two types of people generally sit in that chair.
Mhm.
Right? Bad.
Yeah.
And good people who make mistakes. Okay. The way you've lived your life, I think you're a good person who made.
Yeah.
Okay. But we got to talk about mistakes, and it's not easy to talk about. I can tell it's bothering you.
Mhm.
Okay. What happened?
It was definitely a situation where it was survival.
Is Paul Williams a monster or a man who made the worst mistake of his life? His own words are about to reveal the answer, but as he speaks, one question lingers. Does this confession come from a place of truth, or is it just another performance, carefully crafted to hide something even more sinister?
Important to everyone out there that I am struggling with this because of a menace.
Okay. Very real thing. What describe illness? What do you mean?
This in the form of watching too many things, and also that I've learned is that right now I probably have to say that
I think we're kind of going down a path where, and I don't want to confuse you, okay? I'm not here to confuse you or twist things, twist what you're saying, or, mess with your mind, okay? I'm not here to do that, all right?
yes.
I'm here to afford you an opportunity to tell your side of things, okay?
Okay.
Because, ultimately, we conduct an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk to people and we make observations, and that's that part of it, okay? But what's very important to me and to all of it is your story, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Your account of things, all right? And that goes a long way when we're talking about things being explained, Okay. And you said before, I've heard you say you were selfish. Or not. I've heard you say that your family was and is awesome. Okay. When you describe them, you speak very highly of them. You've said that they're very important to you. Okay. On the other side, you also said that Paige is no longer here. Okay, she's no longer with us because you said that you took her life or you ended her life. Is that what you said? Is that? I mean, your words. You tell me what your words are. I don't want. I'm not trying to tell your story. You tell your story.
Yeah. My story is that,
And you've talked about these things that have changed in your life, but you haven't really provided a lot of clarification by what you mean when you say that. What changed? Give me one thing that changed.
One thing that changed in my life was I never thought it all the way through.
So far, Paul hasn't been able to complete a single sentence. With each passing second of silence, the tension in the room grows heavier. Is his struggle to speak a sign of genuine remorse, or is he grappling with the weight of the truth he's trying to hide?
Tell me about your wife.
Leslie is someone who
Leslie is someone who
worked very hard for what she did, and that
what'd she do?
she worked for the school district, and that is something that
What did she do for the school district?
what she did for the school district was everything as a media specialist, and that is very, very important. That the kids get taught, and that
So she worked with children.
yes.
Do you think the children will miss her?
Yes,
And why will they miss her?
because definitely, because I, really screwed up, and that you
How do you know you screwed up?
how do I know I screwed up is because I definitely
Paul's ease in discussing his personal interests contrasts sharply with his struggle to address the crime. This contrast could reveal more than just discomfort. It may hint at deeper emotional conflicts, cognitive dissonance, or even a deliberate attempt to control how he is perceived during the interrogation.
Paul,
yeah.
how do you know you screwed up?
So we got all the time in the world, don't we? And I am all powerful, and that I am.
We can talk as long as you want, if that's what you're saying. I don't mind talking to you.
Yeah.
Do you mind talking to me? I'm a nice enough guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can talk about anything and everything. What are you into?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm totally into disc sports.
Disc sports, like disc golf?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you play that at?
I've played it in several areas.
You play competitively, recreationally?
I play recreationally, and I also play professionally.
Okay.
And I came up with a new sport. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one was the base disc. Okay, you want to hear about this?
Yeah, we got the time.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Base disc. Go ahead.
okay, base disc.
Okay. I'm on the edge of my seat, sir.
Base disc is something that is where you have a disc,
Okay.
right, and then you will throw that disc from the pitcher's mound, and so it will be thrown as hard as it can at the player in the batter's box, and then that player in the batter's box is going to try to catch it, and then once it's caught, it'll be thrown as far as he wants to, and then when that happens, it will definitely sail through the air and end up wherever it needs to be. And that particular situation is okay. So base disc. Base disc is a situation where
Hey, it sounds, and I don't want to cut you off, but it sounds like you're taking baseball or something similar, softball, and kind of a combination of that and incorporating a disc into it.
yes.
Okay. How's the player? How are they out?
The players are out when the okay. So the situation is that the players are a team, like a baseball team.
Okay.
All right. So on that baseball team, you have a bat and a ball, and then you are going to catch that disc, and then you're going to throw it as far as you can. And then you will, have to think about.
So then they run the bases after they throw it.
They do.
Okay. What if someone catches the disc?
Then they are out.
Okay. If someone drops the disc.
If someone drops the disc, then they are also. It's a turnover.
Okay. So if they drop the disc, it's a turnover. How? They don't just get to keep running around the bases and then score? Can they get thrown out on the bases? Like in baseball? So if I drop the disc and then I pick it up and then I throw it to second before you get to second, are you out?
Yeah.
Okay. See? We're working through this.
Yeah.
Who would you... So you play disc golf, you said, right? Did you ever play base disc or no? You trying to get it going?
It hasn't been invented yet.
Okay, so this is still in the infancy of it. You just kind of came up with it, haven't actually been able to roll it out yet.
Right.
So your disc stuff basically consists of disc golf right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever play disc golf with Leslie or Lindsay?
Yes.
Okay, so you played with Lindsay,
Yeah.
but not with Leslie.
Yeah. I also played with.
Did you play with Paige? Does it upset you that you will never be able to play this?
As you've likely noticed, Paul's speech is far more fluid when discussing anything other than the crime. But when the conversation shifts to the murder, his words become tangled, his thoughts disjointed. This hesitation could be a sign of guilt, shame, or the psychological struggle of confronting the gravity of his actions.
And, yes, it does. And
If it were not me asking the questions, okay, and now this is something that, of course, absolutely can't happen, but if Paige were sitting here and she would ask you what happened, if she would ask you why, what would you tell her?
I would tell her that
What did she call you? What was her name for you? Did she call you Dad, Papa? What did she call you? What did Paige call you?
she called me
So Paige were to say Dad.
somewhere along the way. I lost track of reality, and that right now, being in
What did she say, Dad? I don't understand.
and she said, Dad, I don't understand. And so this is documented. It's going to be shown to everybody in the whole world, right? Okay.
Everybody in the whole world?
To everybody in the whole world.
Okay, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm just standing up here.
Okay.
And I just want to tell you that I'm going to take my coat off. All right.
Okay.
And then I'm going to sit down. All right.
Okay.
And then show you how skinny I got. All right. See how skinny I got?
Did you used to be fat?
I did, and so the ramifications of all of this are going to be so huge and universal. And
One of the most perplexing aspects of this case is the absence of any prior warning signs. There were no records of domestic violence, no documented history of mental instability, nothing to suggest what was to come. And yet, during the investigation, Paul made shocking claims about being diagnosed with multiple mental health conditions. Whether these claims were genuine or a desperate attempt to explain his actions remained a question investigators had to unravel.
because you are a police officer, and
Something like that.
yeah, and it wasn't because of you or anyone else. This was a situation that happened because I wasn't thinking clearly, and I loved her very much, and Leslie, and Lindsay, and Leslie, and their entire family. I guess the situation that I'm in now is that I'm in big trouble, and that I didn't think through the ramifications of what happened.
Well, tell me what happened.
Uh,
I understand what you're saying. You didn't understand the ramifications. Now you're in big trouble. But what happened?
What happened is that I snapped.
You snapped.
Yeah.
What do you mean by you snapped?
I guess with everything that was going on in my life, that
Keep looking at your hands.
yeah,
Why?
because I got pretty tore up.
So when you look at your hands, what do you see?
What I see is what can happen. Do something, I guess, until the end of time while I tell you about this. Okay, so definitely it was a situation that
What happened to your hands?
what happened to my hands is that let them get damaged because of what I did. When I
They got damaged when you did what, Paul? You can say it, Paul.
I definitely
You damaged your hands when you did what?
when I hurt my
How did you hurt her?
I didn't well, I definitely
Oh.
you know what I did.
How did you hurt Leslie?
I definitely didn't mean to hurt her, and
For the next 9 minutes and 22 seconds, Paul spirals into a loop of repetitive phrases, his words circling back on themselves with no clear direction. Each attempt to explain himself ends in hesitation, his thoughts fractured and incomplete. Whether this was a sign of genuine distress or an attempt to evade the truth remained uncertain.
totally selfish, and took their lives without thinking about anything that I was supposed
Whose
to.
life did you take first?
Uh,
Who did you hurt first?
I definitely hurt everyone in my family.
Who did you hurt first, Paige or Leslie?
I hurt Paige first, and then Leslie.
How did you hurt Paige first?
I hurt Paige first because the changes that she went through.
The changes that she went through.
The changes that she went through because of me not being there, and
What kind of changes? Give me an example, Paul.
all right, totally bad choices all the way along.
So you think she was making bad choices because you weren't around as much?
Yeah, and nobody's fault but my own.
Give me an example of a bad choice she made.
Without a doubt, taking her life was totally selfish on my part, and in all the years that we worked together, Leslie and I, and
What choice did Paige make
She didn't. She didn't make the choice. I made the choice, and
What choice did you make?
my choice was to.
Did you only want to hurt her, or you wanted to take her life?
And
what did you do to hurt her?
what I did to hurt her was definitely.
What did you do to hurt her?
Totally stabbed her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you stab her?
Okay. I stabbed her all over the place, and
All over the place, like. Were we talking about face, chest, legs? What?
The detective remains laser-focused on one critical question: why? Uncovering the motive behind the crime is just as important as proving what happened. In a case like this, understanding the reason behind such an act is crucial. Without it, the pieces of the puzzle will never fully come together.
Where on her body was she stabbed?
It was all over her body, and so again.
What did you use?
A kitchen knife, and
How many times do you think you stabbed her?
definitely too many, and
When did you know she was dead?
I definitely knew she was dead before I stabbed her, because I was going to try to make things right for Leslie and everyone else, and that Paige was a beautiful child, and Leslie, my wife, and
Paul's silence speaks volumes. His withdrawal could indicate an internal struggle, processing the weight of his actions and the emotions that come with it. But at the same time, it raises another possibility. He may not be overwhelmed by guilt, but instead carefully calculating what to say next. After a thorough investigation and hours of interrogation, Paul Williams was officially charged with the murders of his wife Leslie and their 15-year-old daughter Paige. Prosecutors built their case around the brutal nature of the crime, his inconsistencies during questioning, and the evidence found at the scene. What started as a welfare check quickly turned into a case of unimaginable violence, leaving no doubt in the minds of investigators that Paul was responsible. In the end, the case of Paul Williams serves as a chilling reminder that behind closed doors, the truth can be far darker than anyone expects. Whether driven by rage, delusion, or something even more sinister, his actions shattered a family and left a community searching for answers. Though justice was served, no verdict could ever undo the horrors that unfolded inside that home.